Thank you, Coombs. Now, SAPC regional editor Kenneth Makatias is out on the streets of Makaza in Khayelitsha in Cape Town. Kenneth, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Briefly bring us up to speed with the developments where you are right now and whether people are observing the regulations of this lockdown. What's happening?
Hi, good morning, Spiwe. I'm here in Makaza in Khayelitsha. Khayelitsha, the biggest township in the Western Cape. Several people in Makaza have spent the night here, and the area has actually made the headlines over the past few days with what has been described as evictions, although the council does not describe it as such and call this land invasion. It's quite a difficult situation, I think, for both the people trying to erect the structures here and also for those that are trying to contain the area and doesn't want to allow what they call the land invasion. If my cameraman can just show you quickly the structures that's around here, and if you can see there in the distance the police are on standby as well, which is obviously not a very good situation. Of course, if one take into account the weather, quite a storm and a storm warning last night. So on the one hand, a group of people trying for the past few days to erect their structures, which is called illegal by the council, and the other hand, a group of residents saying they've got nowhere to go and they want to have their own places and they want to erect the structures here. With me is Mrs. Nothemba Goom, and she's one of those who spent the night here, and she said one of her structures was also demolished. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
So, Ms. Goom, you were one of the people that spent the night here. You've been here for the past few days. What is the situation?
Yes, the situation is not nice here. We always be afraid because we didn't sleep nicely. Because as the time goes, when we keep building the houses here, law enforcement and City of Cape Town just came in and destroy our houses. They didn't give us their advice. We do ask a lot of questions to them, but they don't want to explain anything to us. They just shoot us with a rubber bullet, chase us away of the houses, and they take our materials to Endabeni, and they told us not to build here. When we rebuild the houses, they are going to take us to jail. Even yesterday, they came and shoot with a rubber bullet here, and also something like a smoke, so that the people is going to drown with that smoke. And then they take the houses, and then they take a lot of people. 2 vans are full of people, and then they take the people to jail yesterday. Even our media, they are arrested yesterday. We try to stop them. They don't want us to stop. They said we must get inside of the houses. We don't have houses. Even the people who build the houses here, they build 1 rooms because of their previous materials are taken by law enforcement. When we want to go to take our materials at Endabeni, we are supposed to pay 800 rands for the transport. We don't have money. Some of us are not working. We keep renting inside of the brick houses. We don't have place to stay even now. We stay here.
Goom, can I just ask you, this has been happening over the past few days. Where have you been living? Where you're coming from? The council is saying they can't allow this. They call this land invasion.
You know what, sir? Each and every time when they come to destroy the houses, we let them to go. After they leave, we rebuild the house again. They leave us, I think, 7 days or 10 days to 3 weeks. And then they come back again to destroy the houses. We didn't go just because we need this piece of land. We know that it's illegal to build here in this piece of land, but they must have to make a favor for us, to take us to the right place. They said this is not right to stay here. They must take us to the right place and build the houses for us. I didn't talk about the brick house, the shack, because we used to build with the shack, and take us to that, give us water, toilets and everything so that we can move. We know they talk about this power station. We know this power station is dangerous for us. We don't have a place to stay. They must tell us where to go. And when they come here to tell us to move out of this place, they must produce the document that they are sent by someone to come and destroy the houses. They take us like dogs because they hit us. Even yesterday, they hit one of the guys here.
Yeah. Okay, that's Nomatemba Boom, and I just want to get briefly the comment of the Council Executive Committee member, Mr. Malusi Boy. Mr. Boy, good morning. You hear what she's saying here. They got nowhere else to go.
Thank you so much, and good morning to your viewers as well. Firstly, I must say what is happening here is a scene that we're not supposed to be is not supposed to feature, primarily because of the lockdown regulations. And with her acceptance, she accepts that they were not here, they were not staying on this land, they were backyarders. Now, those people whom they were backyarders at have evicted them. So it's not the city of Cape Town that evicted them. They were evicted from the houses in which they were staying, meaning that those landlords, they've done something that is very wrong to evict people from as backyarders, because that is prohibited by the current regulations. What we are dealing with as City of Cape Town is illegal occupation of land. People have invaded land, which is not acceptable, and this is why we're taking this action. Our law enforcement agencies are in monitoring the citywide, to make sure that these people are not here.
And that is Mr. Malusi Boy. He's a mayoral executive committee here in the City Council of Cape Town. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Kenneth, thank you so much. That was SABC News regional editor Kenneth Makatias just giving us an update on the evictions there in Makaza in Khayelitsha in the Western Cape province. And quite interestingly, the Human Settlements Minister Lindiwe Sisulu did issue a plea to all property owners and farm owners to hold off on evictions, at least during this lockdown period. And quite interestingly, we saw law enforcement officers just standing by the distance there and not doing anything about it, as seemingly the lockdown regulations and the social distancing were not being observed.